Hello, friends. Happy Tuesday. It is so good to be back in the craft cave with you. I know I've been away for a little while and there wasn't even a video last week, despite my deep desire to do one for you, but it just didn't happen. So I am so glad to be back with you this week. For those of you that don't know me or this is your first time, let me introduce myself. My name is Genevieve Coe. I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Markham, Ontario, Canada. And I've been a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator for almost 16 years. It's crazy how fast time goes. And I have loved every minute of it. I've learned so much. I've grown so much as a person, just in so many different things. I've grown as a stamper. I've grown in just confidence and leadership. And I've grown my friendship circle as well, just through my experience of being a demonstrator. So if you haven't considered that option, I highly recommend it because it is so fun and there's so much to learn and the community is amazing. So speaking of community, I always like to give a little show and tell after I've come back from an event. So I think most of you know I've just come back from the Stampin' Up! Backstage event. So what that is, it's an event for leaders particularly, and there actually wasn't any stamping at the event. It was a lot about leadership and growth and just personal learning, training, lots of really great things. But of course, stampers got a stamp. So there was swapping. There was one evening that was called Sweets and Swaps. And there were these great snacks set up around the poolside. We were in Las Vegas. The weather was my kind of weather. It was hot, 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 but I loved it. And we had a great time. So I'm going to give you, there is a little recap on my blog already. So if you haven't gone to check out my blog recently, you absolutely can. You can just always go to my Linktree link. So that's this one, Linktree/Stampin' for Fun. And you can click my blog. And I think if you look, you'll see my little recap from Vegas if you want to know more. But what I do want to do is show you some of the goodies that I received. Of course, this is not all of the goodies, but just some of the goodies. Let me see if I can get this for you. Maybe this will make it a little bigger. Oh, look at that shadow. Wow. Sometimes there's really big shadows. I don't know why there's more of a shadow this time. Let's see. Does that help at all? Not really, does it? Not really sure why there's such a big shadow this time. I don't know what's changed. Let's see. I don't know whether that makes it any better. Oh, well, I'm sorry. I'm not a techno genius. I'm not sure why there's a bigger shadow this time than there has been in the past. Sorry about that. But still, I think you'll still be able to see some of the goodies that I want to show you. So this one is, I wanted to make a little gift for some girls on my team and some of my colleagues, because right after the backstage event, we had like a staff meeting. So those of us that are demonstrator development managers with Stampin' Up, I get to be in this really double two-hatted role. I get to be a demonstrator with Stampin' Up, but I'm actually an employee as well. That's a newer role. So I wanted to make sure I had a little gift for everyone. And it's the tiniest, cutest thing. They're like little tiny baby wipes. And so I just put a little tag on there. And I brought a whole bunch with me. So I thought that was a little cute treat I could give to people that I met at the convention. And speaking of treats, I met up with a good friend, Linda Wright. And look at the little gift she gave me. She sewed a little pouch, which would be perfect to hold my 12 by 12 scrapbook pages. She put a little, I think that's hand sanitizer and lip balm in there. And she used a fabric, a Las Vegas fabric. So it'll always be a souvenir of our time there. So that's what I mean about the community, right? Like Linda and I have been friends for so long, but I literally met her at a Stampin' Up! Event many years ago. And we became good friends. We keep in touch, even though she lives in Kansas. But yeah, so I was so happy to meet up with her. I hadn't seen her in a while. So that was a little something. So at the Sweets and Swaps night, hang hang on. So I couldn't go without swaps. I had to bring something with me. So kind of last minute, I made up a few swaps. And so here are some of the pretty things I received in return. This is from one of the demonstrators from France, Cyrielle. And she made this cute little pocket. Let's take a look at it here. Isn't that sweet? And then there's a little chocolate inside. So this pouch is actually a die. So you can purchase that die. I think it's called the mini envelope die or something like that. It's cute, it's tiny, then you can decorate it however you want. And let's see what else I got. Oh, look at this. This card is perfect for the season. It's a fall card using one of the new stamps from the holiday catalog. Okay, let me see whether I can make the table bigger. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Sorry, hang on. There we go. Maybe that's better. Okay. There we go. Thank you to Belle. Let's see. Oh, this came from another one of the French girls, Sandra. She even backstage Las Vegas. It's a bow tying device. So I'm not quite sure how to use it, but I know I've heard some people say they use a fork to tie their bows. So anyway, she made these for people. Isn't that fun? Oh, another gift from someone from France. You can tell I was hanging out with some of the French demonstrators. And she slipped in a little bracelet so that she said she didn't give it to her demonstrators that are from France, but she said anyone she was swapping with that wasn't from France, she gave them a little bracelet, which was super cute. Who is this from? Oh, Patricia. Okay, and I'm just trying to see what this is. I think I'm not fully understanding this card. Hold on a minute. I feel like I'm messing something up. Oh, okay. I think I've done something wrong here. Okay, so you pull it and it pops up. Oh, I might have to learn how to do that. That's super cute. Okay, there we go. Thank you, Patricia. Okay, this is a kind of creativity. Okay, this actually would mount really nicely on a card front. Okay, obviously I was hanging around with a lot of French people. I have a lot of French cards. The best is yet to come. Here's another one. Who's this from? I don't know who that's from. Oh, look at this cute little bird's eye view card. This is from Susan Legitz. I don't know who that is, but thank you for your card. Look at that neat design she has on there. Oh, I got a chocolate in this one. Look at how cute that is. Tracy McDonald. She's using the Les Shop suite. Look how pretty that is. Okay. Oh, that's pretty too. I may use that for an upcoming class. Look at how sweet that is. Super sweet. Okay. These are great fall cards. Sandy, thank you. I hope you guys are getting inspired by all the beautiful products that Stampin' Up! Has and all the different card designs. So you can imagine how fun it is to be out there nibbling on snacks and talking with people and swapping cards. Look at how pretty this one is. I think that's also from the mini catalog. Okay, and then this one, this is going to be a big seller, I know it. So most of you who have shopped with me in the past 6 months, you should have received a catalog. If you didn't and you want one, make sure to message me and let me know. I've tried to get most of them out before I left, so hopefully you've got them. But sometimes things get lost in the mail or something happens. So let me know if you're expecting a catalog and you didn't get one from me. Okay, so those are my swap cards. That was part of the fun. What else was part of the fun? I guess the other big thing was that I had to do a big presentation there, but that was good. That all went fine. So that was my adventures, a bit of my adventures. Of course, there's lots more, but I don't want to take up too much of your time. I want to get into the new product of the month. What am I going to showcase this month? Are you guys curious? Last month, remember, we did the earth and textures, which was so gorgeous. And so we're into September now. The news that you need to know is that the holiday mini catalog, or I think we call it the September to December mini catalog, goes live on the 6th of September. So if you are ready to shop, I highly recommend shopping as early as you can, because things do sell out. You know, they can't obviously keep stock of 1,000 billion supplies of everything in the catalog. So it's hard to say which ones are going to be, which ones are going to be popular. But if you're really in love with something, order it right away. Don't wait. Don't worry about a host code. I'm going to set it up early on the 6th, so I don't have it to show you now. But since the catalog starts on the 6th, I'll open the host code on the 6th. But if you don't have the host code yet, and you want to shop online, go ahead. Don't let that stop you. I want you to get your orders in as soon as you can on the 6th if there's things you love in that catalog. What else can I tell you? So I have a lot of ideas in here for classes coming up. My ladies retreat weekend is scheduled for the last weekend in October. So that will be the next class registration. So you can either come in person. We'll be going, is it Aurelia? No, it's not Aurelia. Orangeville? I can't even remember now, but it's called Fair Havens. And it is not far, actually, from me, maybe an hour's drive or so. So if you can come in person, it's a crafting weekend. Bring whatever craft you want, craft to your heart's content. Or you can get the retreat in a box, and you'll get everything my live attendees will get. And one of my specialties for the retreats are always these little pillow gifts. And not only do you get the cute little pillow gifts, they're all handmade, but you'll also receive the tutorials on how to create them, so that you get all that knowledge as well. So I would love for you to join in. I'm going to be setting up my registration form. I'm a little worried I don't have it ready for today, but it will be ready. You can always go to my link tree, and it'll have the most up-to-date registration. Okay, so let's get crafting. I think that's the news for that. Oh, I think there's like paper sale. There's a lot of things going on starting on the 6th, which is tomorrow, not today. So watch for an email from me with all the news, or just go to the Stampin' Up! Website and stay in the loop. But let's dive into what our product of the month is this month. Okay, so I decided to go with this cute Tricks and Treats stamp set. I decided to go with it because we need to get ready for Halloween. I'm not a huge Halloween person in the sense of, I don't do like big Halloween parties, and I try to stay away from anything that's scary and evil looking. But this guy, he's super cute. This is like a cute vampire and a cute Frankenstein. So that was okay. So that's why I bought it. And I think this month I'll not only be showing cards, but I'll be showing treat packets, because for me, Halloween's about the candy, and I like to dress up candy during Halloween. So that's what we're going to do this month. A couple cards, a couple treat packets, and I hope it inspires you. And as usual, if you placed a minimum $60 order last month using the host code, I will automatically be preparing and mailing out the packets, the make and take packets for the projects that I'm showing you this month. Now, if you decide to place an order this month and your order is $60 or more, online, this is a special online ordering perk, then you will get the make and take packets for next month's, all the Tuesday videos and the projects I'll be showing there. Okay, so that is a standing special for those of you who choose to shop with me, and I do really appreciate any support of my small business, and I just like to always say thank you, and so I send those packets out. So why don't we get started with this week's project? I'm super excited to share it with you. And it's kind of fun. I'm using a color that I very rarely use, but it comes out a lot in autumn. And the color is pumpkin pie. This color has been around forever, and I completely understand why, because when you need an orange, you need an orange. So this is the perfect orange for Halloween, for fall. I am going to just kind of cut it in half. It doesn't really matter, but I am going to show you the stamp set that we're not even going to use the stamp set today, but there's coordinating dies. And I want to show them to you. Now, if you're just joining in, make sure to comment and say hello in the comments, because I love to read your comments. I love to connect with you. Tell me what you did this weekend and what your thought. I mean, are you planning Halloween things? What do you normally do at Halloween? Do you normally give little treat packets? So you'll see that these coordinating dies, how many of them are there? There are 15 dies in this die set. And there's actually one that creates a little bag. It's actually part of the die set on top of the pieces that cut out. So you're going to see me use a lot of the dies today because I think they are super cute. And I wanted you to see the versatility of them because there's nothing specifically Halloween about this, right? You can make little baggies out of your DSP, out of your other cardstock. You don't have to use it for Halloween, but I think it's perfect that they included it with the tricks and treats die with a bundle because of course at Halloween we're giving treats. So why don't we go ahead and cut this out. So what we're going to need to do is cut out 2 of these. Okay, so this is what you get, but you need to cut out 2. So let me see. Let me get my cut and emboss machine. Okay, there's never enough room on my table. I always want more room. Who doesn't want more room, right? Yeah, keep telling me in the comments how you, what you do for Halloween. Do you keep the lights on and have the kids come to your house? Do you have a lot of kids coming and trick-or-treating? Or not too many? I live in a neighborhood with a lot of young kids, so we normally have lots of kids come to our house. And it's so fun to see them all dressed up and so cute. Okay, so because it's a larger die, it's a little, I don't know, just let me stand up and roll it through. Okay, things are falling off my table, don't be alarmed. Okay, so we'll cut that out. And then now let's cut the next one. And we'll chop that up. So we're going to make 2. So the die cuts exactly the same. And then I thought I would dress it up even more. You don't have to. Hopefully you can still hear me okay. I'm kind of standing over here with my cut and emboss. Okay. So it cuts 2 of exactly the same, but to dress it up even more, I thought it would be fun to emboss it. So let me get the embossing folder I want to use. I'm going to be using the metal plate embossing folder. I think it came out when we had a stamp set of motorcycles and stuff like that. So, but it's not just for things with motorcycles. We can just, let me see. Yep. We'll put it in there. Okay, and it fits just perfectly in the embossing folder. So I'm making my box textured. I don't know, I felt like it was a little more fun that way. So when I'm using the cut and emboss, I'm gonna okay. There we go. And then we'll do the same on this side with this one. Put it in the embossing folder. Okay. There we go. Okay, so look at that. We have embossed the pieces that we'll need for our little bag. Now, before I get rid of this, I am going to die cut a few more pieces for our project today. I'm going to grab some basic white. I just need like a little tiny piece here. So let me see if I can grab a few of these scraps. And because in this die set, you're going to love this. Let me find the dies again. You are going to love this, but there is actually a little die that makes candy corn. Do you know what candy corn is? Hopefully you do. Here, I actually have an example. One of my colleagues gave me a little bag of peanuts and candy corn. So candy corn is that little candy. They usually sell it at Halloween time. It's like yellow, orange, and white. So we are going to make our own little candy corn, build our little candy corn with the dies, and I'm going to make a little boo. So there's like a little word as part of the die. So I'll put that there because we'll do that in white. Okay, and then we'll just need a little bit of the pumpkin pie. Let's see whether I can get a little piece of the pumpkin pie. See, I like to put everything on at the same time to just give it one pass through, and then we'll use the crushed curry. I'm just looking for a tiny sliver. I don't know if I have a tiny sliver. There we go. There we go. That'll finish up our little candy corn. Okay, so make sure we've got all the pieces on there. And just one pass through our amazing cut and emboss machine. Okay, so I always recommend, if you want to make your projects a little bit extra wow, it is super great to get the cut and emboss machine. Okay, so let's get all our pieces, and I'm going to put all my little dies away so I don't lose them. But then I think we'll have everything we need, and I can put this baby away. The top of our candy corn, our little boo, like peekaboo. Okay, and then the orange part of our candy corn here. Okay. Hopefully I didn't forget anything. Let's move this out of the way. Okay, so let's make our box here. Hopefully you can see this. So this cuts the shape of the box. It also pre-scores. Of course, our score lines might have been a little flattened, but if you're careful, you can kind of find them again. Okay, because we did roll it through twice to get that embossed look too. But okay, so I think hopefully we're okay here. Okay, and then we'll do the same on this side. Oh yeah, there's also a score line here. That's why it looks a little weird. There we go. Okay. Oh, it's actually easier to see the score line on the other side, so that helps. Oops. Okay. There we go. Okay, so then we have our two pieces. So we just need to put it together. Oh, I hope I didn't emboss it the wrong way. Let me think. It worked perfectly when I did it earlier. I feel like this needs to Hold on. Yeah, something's not right here. I think I embossed it the wrong way because we need this side. We need this side to be going this way. Oh, how seriously irritating. Okay, I'm just going to keep going. Okay, so you got to kind of pay attention which way you're embossing it because now we have one side embossed and one side debossed. Okay, but it will be fine. Okay, and then peel this way. Okay, so I'm going to use some liquid glue. Now, I do find that when you've got embossed pieces like this, you do have to kind of push a little harder to kind of make it all stick together. Okay, but I'm going to apply the glue to the little flap here. Okay. And we'll just push. It's actually kind of funky to have one side embossed and one side debossed. So at first what I thought was a mistake is not really that big a mistake. It's still going to be super cute. Okay, and then we'll put liquid glue on the other side here. And what we're doing is we're just lining up the edge with the score line. And I'm just going to tell you, I'll tell you after this glue's down. I must hold and push. But there is a die in the set that will create a zigzag top around here. So it gives kind of an edging to your box if you wanted to. I didn't use it, but it's, again, another option that makes it a little more fun if you want to. Okay, and then we'll put these little pieces in. We'll fold that down, and there is our box. Isn't that so easy? You can do any kind of box for any occasion. I'm just going to hold it. That's the trick. You got to kind of hold it. Oh, see, otherwise it comes undone. You got to keep pushing for a while. Okay. So what else can I tell you while I'm pushing on here? I told you about the urgency of the holiday catalog. Go ahead and tell me in the comments if you've received yours in the mail. Have you browsed through? I included, with my catalogs, I included a little scavenger hunt. How many of you did the scavenger hunt and looked through and found those hidden gems in the catalog? I know often we get so stuck on looking at the stamps, we forget to see some of the other beautiful things. So, okay, so there is our box. Now all we have to do is decorate it. So I'm going to use the 2 3/8 circle punch, which is like, you know, my new favorite punch. Circle punches make me very happy. And we are going to punch a little circle out of the black cardstock. Okay, are you feeling Halloween? I don't know what I want to put it. I think I'll put it on the debossed side, I guess. Okay, and then actually we can let this dry and we will build our little candy corn on here. Okay, so there's a front and a back. I'll use the liquid glue again. And we'll just build our little candy corn. Look at how cute that is. This is crushed curry. I thought it was perfect. Also in the Regals family. Oh no, pumpkin pies moved to the Brights family. It used to be in the Regals. Okay, there's our cute little candy corn. And isn't that sweet? So let's put some dimensionals on there. I don't know, where's my dimensionals? Hello, dimensionals. Why am I always losing dimensionals? Okay, there's hardly any left. It's because I use them so ferociously. There's none left. You guys, okay, tell me in the comments, yay or nay for candy corn. Are you a fan or not of candy corn? Go ahead, tell me in the comments. Me, I'm a fan of candy corn only when I eat it with something salty. So I can't just eat candy corn by itself, but yes, with peanuts, it's okay. I got to have the sweet and salty together. So you go ahead. Tell me, are you fan or foe of candy corn? I love to hear your opinions. Okay. There we go. Perfect. And isn't that cute? But I couldn't help it. I wanted to add a little something. So I'm going to use the organdy ribbon, and I'll just cut a little piece off and create just a bit of a texture at the back, right? Isn't that perfect? Where's my adhesive? The thing is, when I go, oh, maybe it's in my bag still. Because, of course, I was doing my swaps on the airplane and like in the hotel. There we go. It's in my bag with my swaps because that's what I carried on the plane to finish my swapping. Okay, so let me just, oh, is anything coming out there? Let's see. Traveling in my bag, I think there we go. There we go. Okay, so let's put some adhesive on here. There we go. Maybe we'll put another little piece of dimensional to make it pop up a little bit. Okay, and then we'll put our little fun thing on top there. I am really down to the last little bit of these dimensionals. I better make sure I have some, which, by the way, is a little tip if you're wanting to place an order and just want to get it up a bit so that you can get the Stampin' Rewards when you hit 200 or get my free gift when you hit 60. That's what you can always add on is dimensionals, because as you can tell, I use every last bit of it. And they're only $6 for like 300 of them. So it's 300 little dimensional pieces. So it's really good. Okay, so there is our little box, our debossed side and our embossed side. Here's one where it's actually all correct. I didn't notice there was a difference when I was embossing it. And if you want, you can kind of pinch the sides, right? And you could put a little clip on there, put your candy in there, put a little clip. That would be super cute. Or you can just leave it square like that, okay, and have it like a little cello bag peeking out. Okay, so that is my project for this week. You can see I didn't even get to the stamps. So you can bet next week I'll be sharing how I used the stamps on a project as well. But hopefully you're planning your little Halloween treat ideas and thinking about who you want to bless over this season with something cute and fun. And Stampin' Up! Products make it super, super easy to create, to make something cute, to share with others. And the best way to enjoy the Stampin' Up! Experience is to become a demonstrator, because you don't have to demonstrate to others if you don't want to. You can certainly enjoy the discount, but it just makes it more fun to be part of the community and sharing. And it's also a great way if you want to earn a little bit of extra money to pay for some of your happy purchases. That's how I started, and I have not looked back. So thanks for joining me. I hope you were inspired by my project. And oh, you can't see my camera anymore, but here's my cute little project. And thanks for joining me. And don't be shy to message me if you have any questions at all. Make sure you're on my email newsletter list, because that's a really key way that I keep in touch with everybody. Everything is on the Linktree/Stampin' for Fun link. So you can go there to get on my email newsletter list, see what upcoming classes are going on, check out my blog. And hopefully I'll see you next week again, Tuesday morning, 9 a.m. Eastern. And you'll get to see what other project I will create using the tricks and treats. Have fun, everyone. Thanks for joining me. Bye for now.